Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday, December 12th, 2025 out here. Join me for a few minutes as I make it to work. Today is my holiday party, and I'm looking forward to that. Got some decent prizes, like $1,000 raffle. They got 3 vacations, $4,000 out of, I hope I get one of them. I don't know what other gifts they're going to have out there. But while I'm on here, I was thinking about something when I was driving. And don't mind that you're not looking at me. I want you to see my commute in DC. But I was thinking about something while I was driving. And it has to do with, I don't want to say mental illness or mental disorders, but more on the line of struggles. What mental or emotional struggles, like ADHD and claustrophobia, things of that nature. And the reason why that came to mind is I have a mild case of OCD, I would say. I have not been diagnosed by a healthcare professional, but I do exhibit some of those traits. Now, where I'm going with that is I have a thing where I take at least 5 to 10 minutes, maybe more, maybe 2 to 3 times a day, to go through my email and delete emails. Like clean out my spam, clean out my deleted box, go through and see what's in there and not needed, and sometimes unsubscribe to stuff that is just no longer of a value to me. There were a couple times I was on Facebook and I made the post with a screenshot. How many unread emails do you have? At that time when I made that post, I think I had maybe 200-300, something like that. I know it was a lot less than 1,000. But I was shocked, like literally shocked, that people had 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, 300,000. I'm saying to myself, why do you have so many unread emails in your inbox? And I don't have time to go through them all. They're mostly ads. There's something in there that I need, that I might need, that I can't delete, and so on and so forth. And my thing was, well, if you have 100,000 emails and you're not going through and unsubscribing or reading them and whatever the case may be, why do you have them in there? And the response was, I might need it later. And it's like, wait a minute. I know if I don't check my email for a day, like if I purposely don't check my email for a day, I know for a fact that I will have about, let's just say 70, 80 emails. Now just imagine not checking your email for a week at 70 to 80 emails a day. And then, what's that, 5,600, something like that? Well, 500, wait. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, math is not my strong point. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. You get 70 to 80 emails a day times 7, so that's like 560 emails a week. So you're looking at almost 3,000 emails a month. Now, this grows into a whole bunch of topics and a whole bunch of areas as far as privacy with your own information, data brokering, all of these things that people complain about, especially when it comes to social media and stuff like that. But let me stay on topic right quick. So you have this issue with email collection that you're creating because you're signing up for rewards and this, that, and other, because you go to the store and they say, hey, are you a rewards member? You say no. Well, if you do this, that, and the other, you'll get this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, let me sign up. And it's like, how many of those do you actually use? Like, are you using those to the fullest extent? And if not, why don't you unsubscribe? Now, getting back to what I was saying, it's like, at what point do you understand the connection between email hoarding and whatever struggle that you're having? For instance, like ADHD or, something like that. Because, again, I'm not an expert in this, but I have a strong feeling that they are really linked to each other. So yeah, let me see if this thing is going to act right. Alexa, what are the top 5 struggles mentally, psychologically that adults are having?
Mental health struggles can be challenging. The top 5 common mental health issues are anxiety disorders, depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and obsessive compulsive disorder. These conditions can significantly impact daily life and well-being.
All right, so there you have it from her. And yes, I have it in my Armada. So, yeah. But anyway, I wanted to ask that question of her to gauge a discussion that I want to bring you all in on. And I'm going to do that in the upcoming days because I think it's important for us to understand what is going on with us. You see the Capitol over there on the right? And this is like a congressional building on the left. A couple of congressional buildings. I don't know which ones they are right offhand. But yeah, that was the gist and the direction of this morning. Because I think it's important that we understand what things we do that affect our mental well-being. And if you are not proactively protecting your mental well-being, you can quickly get lost in it. And it's unfortunate that we as humans, as developed as our brains are, seem to not be able to understand the things that we do that affect our everyday life. And I promise you, if you ask a person why they feel a certain way or why they do a certain thing, one of the answers that you're going to get is, I don't know. To be specific, if someone says, if you're having a conversation with somebody and they say to you, I can't sleep because I can't turn my brain off, ask them why. And they will probably, more than likely, they will run down a lot of things that they're thinking about. Ask them why they're thinking about those things when it's time to go to sleep. And they probably say they don't know why. They just can't shut their brain off. But I'm going to tell you, it is easy said and easy done. A lot of people say it's easier said than done, but then you have to really sit back and think, what part about that are you actually working on? What are you physically doing to resolve that issue? And they will probably say they don't have enough time in a day. And it's like, why don't you have enough time in a day? What are you doing throughout your day that's preventing you from addressing that issue? Now, we all have to understand and reconcile that we literally cannot address all things at all times. There are going to be some things in our lives that go unresolved. And you have to be okay with that. You just have to be. I turned you around because I'm about to go to the garage and, just gotta be mindful of certain things. But anyway, all right. But my point is, people will actually convince themselves that they don't know why they are struggling with some of the things that they're struggling with. When at the end of the day, it's probably something simple that can be addressed if they take the time to invest in their well-being. Like, your well-being is everything. And if you're not being thoughtful in your gestures in life of the things that affect you, then of course you're going to have these issues. But again, a lot of these issues can be resolved easily if you invest in yourself. Your well-being is what I mean. So getting back to what I was talking about, if you have an email inbox that has an unusual amount of unread emails, go in there and delete them. I intend on doing that because I know in one email inbox, I have emails from, let me see, early 2000s. Did I go try? Yeah. Matter of fact, I have emails from like 2006, 2007 that I just literally do not need. Like, I don't need them for anything. Yet, I still have them. And it's like, why am I holding on to these emails? And as a matter of fact, some of those emails are from a traumatic experience. Not traumatic. A heartbreaking experience, I'll say. I'll say that. I'll say that. So, yeah, it's like, why are you holding on to things that are not useful or beneficial to you? What is that going to get you? What is that going to solve? What is that going to anything? I'm waiting for this vehicle to move. But yeah, that's that is the whole thought behind it when I think about it, because most times there is really no reason for some of that stuff that we that we force upon ourselves. Like literally. But at the end of the day, we all have to understand that health is wealth, as they say. Do I want to park here? I don't know if I want to park here, because I think in this lane you have to be out at a specific time. So let me drive around a little bit more. Must be clear by 5. Let me see. I'm gonna drive around, and if I don't find a front spot with a late departure, then I'll park there in that lane. But yeah, that's the whole general thing behind what I was thinking about. Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people who are in situations in their life where they really don't take inventory with what's going on with them. And I've always tried to understand why they don't. Life can be difficult. Life does have its challenges, but at the end of the day, each individual person is responsible for how they respond and react to life in general. Not just people, just life. Like, have you ever been dealing with something, anything, it could be anything, and you don't want to quit it because you don't want to feel like a failure? And it's like, don't look at it like that. Look at it as, you are thinking about your well-being. Is this situation that you are dealing with or holding on to, is it worth the stress and the headache that it brings? And if not, then why are you still dealing with it? Let it go. Just let it go. I should get that 4. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that 3. I'm gonna go ahead and get that 3. This is Garage Wars. And the problem with Garage Wars is driving around trying to find the ideal spot. It can be a headache at times, because finding the ideal spot is just what it is. But yeah, I'm going to go around here, and I am just going to get this spot behind in this 3 o'clock lane and call it a day. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not about to drive through this garage all morning. I refuse. What? That's it for now. Let me end this, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Holla.